Oh my God, y'all. I'm not kidding. I just went to Costco again because I tried this weekend and I couldn't even get near it. And I was, so I thought, okay, Monday morning, they open at 10. I look like the rat's ass because I literally rolled out of bed. And now that I'm looking, this is probably not a good video to send to the masses, but my masses. So I got here at 10 thinking, okay, I'll get here early. A lot of people will be at work, and hopefully there'll be something left for me to get because I needed to just do regular shopping. I'm paleo, so I have to eat almost everything fresh. And the people, this is crazy. People just, there were masses of people that had the same idea I did. And what's so interesting about this particular disaster, if you can call it that, or pandemic, is that unlike the other ones, and I'm old enough to have been through a bunch of these already. I mean, I was alive when Kennedy was shot. I was in third grade when Kennedy was shot. And on that one, people gathered in clusters. There was a lot of crying. We all watched the TV together. There was nothing on but that. 3 channels, that. And the funeral and all of that, and it was very sad, and collectively the country was very sad, and I remember it vividly. But people were comforting to each other, and even like 9/11, people gathered in clusters, and they wanted to be near each other. And I don't remember all the hoarding. It's like that TV show, Hoarders. It's like, really? Do you need all of that? Seriously? But the difference with this one is that it's like the apocalyptic zombies. Nobody looks you in the eye, and everybody's got this expression on their face like, don't you give me anything. I'm like, I'm just trying to get some broccoli, I'm just trying to eat just like y'all are, but obviously you eat a lot more than anybody else because, and they were rationing things. There were things you couldn't get. And the meat, forget it. Meat, chicken, forget. If you want a chicken right now, you might as well just give it a rest because you're not getting chicken anywhere. I did find canned chicken, which is not the healthiest thing, but it's something. And just this consternation and just this anger, and nobody wants to be near anybody. And it's the antithesis of loving and, we're all in this together. It's every person for themselves. I'm not kidding. And so the final thing I went and got was, I got a bottle of bourbon because I'm almost out. And so it was on my list anyway. I'm not a huge drinker, but I like a little Jack Daniels on occasion. And that was relatively sane. And the woman was I said, oh, you need this to just go in the other store. And she started laughing. She said, it's just been unbelievable. But interestingly enough, I also lived through the AIDS epidemic. And those of us that were in it, we did gather, we did love, we did support, we did, everything we could because our friends were dying and nobody else gave a rat's ass. I mean, they were afraid to come within a state of anybody that might be near AIDS. So, but what I finally decided is that we are just a bunch of spoiled brats. Americans are a bunch of spoiled brats, and heaven forbid you should go a day without your comforts, and people are scared. But I wanted to say, y'all are okay. You're not sick. Just get your shit and, be nice to each other. Let's just be nice to each other. I fear for this country. I really do. I fear for this country. I fear for our emotional well-being. Anyway, I'm exhausted. I'm going to go home and put away my little frozen. There were some frozen vegetables, a few. And the fresh stuff, they had a lot of that. But meats, forget it. And staples and anything like that. Oh, and forget, I'm like one paper towel away from being out of paper towels. And I guess I'm just not going to be using paper towels because there's no paper products. None. 0. They were selling paper napkins that people were grabbing and throwing into their carts that were piled up to the ceiling. And the lines already were crazy. And it just is just a bad, we're not dealing with this well. Really, we aren't. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. All holed up if you're holed up. Well, most of my friends are holed up because there's no shows going on. I mean, the entertainment industry has just been wiped. I do fear for all of us, but and I'm very grateful that I'm on my pension because, well, as long as the entire economic thing doesn't fall flat on its face, at least I have something coming in. But my young friends that are in the business, I'm very concerned about them because it's bad. I'm blathering. We have to be nicer to each other during this. You can do that from 6 feet away. You don't have to look at somebody like they're gonna kill you from 6 feet away. All right, I love y'all. See, it's brought out my southern accent. Take care.